Hello, hi, welcome to another beginner's JavaScript tutorial video in this series. So today we're going to learn about control statements, specifically if-else control statements. So what are if-else control statements? If we want to check something and if that is true, then we can do something. And if it's not, then we can do another thing. So let's do that. So we can set a number, so var num space equal to 5. Pretty simple. Now, if we want to check it, so like we want to do something if it's greater than 5 or less than 5. So we have something in if else called in JavaScript called if else statements, and it's particularly in many other like coding languages, programming languages. So, and to do in JavaScript, first you have to say if space if, and then you have to put your parentheses, and then you have to put your condition. So your condition goes over here, and after that you do your operation. So what is our condition? You don't have to do this actually. So our condition is 5. So we want to check if the number is equal to 5. So if num is equal to 5, we will write on the document, say right, and we're going to say the number is oh, I need to put my quotation marks. So put it there and say the number is greater than 5. I mean it is equal to 5. So now if I see in our browser, we get the number is equal to 5. So there's actually a mistake here. We're basically setting it as, so we're not supposed to actually put one equal sign. We're supposed to put two equal signs. I did that on purpose because it's basically the same thing. We're basically dividing it over here, and if that's true, we're basically outputting it. So there's a difference. So for if-else statements, we have different type of operators. So we have, so I'm just going to do a comment and save over here. So equal to is basically saying equal to. So two equal signs is saying that it's equal to. And then less than sign says that it's less than. And then a greater than sign means that it's greater than. So we also have some other operators. So we have not equal to. So this means not to. And then we also have a triple equal, means that a value and type of is equal. And then we have a triple. So let's see this in action. So we have this, and if we look on our browser, it's not equal to that. So I'll just put 6 and I'll see it. It's there. If I put 2 equals, it's also there. And 3 equals, is it there? Oh wait, it's actually 2 equals, not 3 equals. Yeah, 2. So let's see some of these in action. So if we want to say this, if the number is equal to, we can put equal to. And then we don't see it because it's not equal. If we want to say it's less than, we can say the number is less than 5. So is it? It's not less than 5. If I change it to 4, we see it's less than 5. Now if I put greater than, and then I do 6, it's supposed to be greater than. Yes, it's greater than 5. And then if it is triple equal to 5, double equal, not that. Yes, if it's not equal to 5. If the number is not equal to 5, then we write in the document the number is not equal to 5. And we get that. And if I say triple equal, we're saying the type of is also equal. The value and the type of. So if I want to say the type of, so why are we saying type of? So if I have a string and I say 6, and I say 5. So we have a string over here and a number over here. What will we get? We will get that it's not equal to 5. That's actually equal to. So if I say 2 equals and say this, now if I go to the browser, we get this. Why are we getting a string equal to a number? Because we have a number inside a string. So that's why we have another thing like a triple equal. So now if we look, we don't get it because a string is not equal to a number. The string doesn't have the same type of like a number does. So that's why there's also a triple equal, and then we have this. And if we say this, we're saying not the value and type of is equal. And then we get it's that. So this is a little bit of the operators. So let me show you about more, like the else part. So what is the else? So now that we're done with the if and the operators, I'll show you the else. So if we want to say if this is true or if it's not, we're going to do something else. So I'm just going to change this number back to 3 and then set this equal to greater than 0. So we're basically checking if it's positive or not. The number is positive. Now that we have that, we want to make something else. So now right now we have it positive. But if it's not positive and we put a minus sign, don't get it's positive. It's not greater than 0, it's less than 0. So what if I want to do something if it's not less than 0? If it's not greater than 0, I can write else and put these things. You don't have to actually check it over here and say number is greater than 0 because the program already knows that you're basically doing the opposite over here. So now you can write that number is negative. So now if I look in the browser, we get the number is negative because it's negative. What if I want to see if the number is 0? 0 is not positive or negative. I can do something called an else if. I mean an if else. No, it's else if, yeah. Else if. And I can now, so for else if, you actually do have to check it because the program doesn't know that you're actually checking the opposite for checking like the opposite for else if or not. So you need to do it. So for else if, basically do the same thing you do for if block. You just have to check it. So we can say if it's equal to 2 equal signs to 0. Now if we go and do the parentheses and put this back over here like that, and then I can write the number is 0. And if I go, we have, and if I do 0, it works. It does. So how does this work in just in case? So here's a review of how it works. So we basically have numbers set over here. So we have it defined already. But normally in programming, we don't have a value defined. We just have it inputted. So suppose we want to check what the user's gender is, if it's a male or female. We can go and use a if else and use that. And like use something with that value. If it's a male, we can say we can put different type of other things. Or suppose we have something like for music genre. We want to check what type of genre genre you want or you have or you like to listen to. Suppose you like jazz or you like other type of music like the blues. You can put that. So and then if it's a and if the user types in jazz or pop or hip hop, they you can output something or put hip hop music, jazz music like that. So normally you're not even going to have this defined. You're just going to get in the user output it. So that's how you can use numbers for if else statements. I'm going to do booleans also in the next video, more about if else statements. So a little bit more about how this works is that first it just gets this value, then it goes over here. If this is not true, it will just go to the next one. If this is not true, it will next one like that. So bye.